What up, guys?
Be sure to
like, comment,
and subscribe.
The gang is out, move. All of my hitters they shoot. Gorillas out, ooh. We coming, they don't make a move. It's dinner time, you fool. Yeah, my hoodie stay with a tool, and my bitches stay with Chanel bags, and they pack a 38 too. The gang is out, move. All of my hitters they shoot. Gorillas out, ooh. We coming, they don't make a move. It's dinner time, you fool. Yeah, nigga be eating me too. Yeah, my bitches stay with Chanel bags, and they pack a 38 too. Purse, probably got a 38. They ain't fucking with me, ain't no way. Drippin' off white, no cocaine. Still eat chicken with the low man. And I eat shrimp with the lobster. Killer all my ops and imposters. They ain't even on my roster. Kick a hoes out like Roger. Twin Lamborghinis on Collins. I don't really want no drama. Tryna cash checks with commas. Tryna vacay in Bahamas. Nigga, I came from the bottom. Now it's a lean with the Prada. Yeah, more money, more problems. My here to stay with a chopper. Watch.
All right. So that was our weekly Undiscovered Heat. That was Kaya Baby with her song Move. Shout out Kaya Baby. She's a Queens native, from what I was told. I don't have this.
Yeah, man.
Knowledge.
Y'all niggas should definitely check out her Hot 97 freestyle from 2 years ago. That's when I first knew who she was type shit, but she definitely bodied that. And she's mad consistent with her music and her freestyles on her page too. So niggas definitely tune in.
All right, so everything lit. But with that being said, we've come to another episode of the Lunchroom Podcast. No woo.
Woo!
That's
Woo!
You don't have to do it, Lamar.
The fuck is they talking about? 30. This is episode 30.
It's episode 30?
Yeah.
Oh.
30! Perk!
I ain't gonna say that one.
30 perk sounds crazy.
But, yeah, so I'm your host, Dapper Dan. What happened?
This is not 30.
That's
not episode 30?
This is 30.
This is 30. Look at this nigga, bro. This is 30.
That's why you can't have an audience, bro.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm your boy Dapper Dan. Across from me is my guy Fritz. Next, my guy Fritz is my guy Ray, a.k.a. the movie guy. Behind the camera, as usual, we got my guy Fredo. And with us today, we have a guest. This is the first time I'm actually going to say we have a guest. Because usually, it just be people we would hang out with, regardless in the studio. But now we got, a established artist in the room, you know what I'm saying? And when we have guests, I usually don't introduce them for myself. I let them speak for themselves. So, what we got here?
What's good, y'all? My name is Lamar Carnivore. I went to high school with these niggas, so that's how I know them. You know, shout out to Grand Street, shout out to EBT. A 23-year-old Brooklyn-based rapper. I am a multifaceted, multi-genre hitting young nigga.
He is not lying.
Yeah, I'm nice. Fuck is y'all niggas talking about?
If you didn't catch, he was last week's Undiscovered Heat.
Oh yeah, last week we played our nasty last week.
I'm nice. I said, good looks, y'all. Good looks.
Yeah, but actually, being that you even said that, that's the first question I wanted to get into with you is, why do you feel it's so important to be diverse with your music?
I feel like it's important to be diverse because I feel like I've seen a lot of rappers that I fuck with a lot of rappers, but a lot of rappers don't really evolve or have any type of growth in their music. You feel me? Right. Like for example, let's say Meek Mill, who when he first came out, I really really fucked with him up until maybe the Dreams or Worth More Than Money album. Mm-hmm. I think that was the last album where I actually really, really fucked with it until Championships. I think until Championships, whatever he put out in between then, whether it was singles or whatever like that, I really felt like it was just the same old shit.
Wins and losses?
Yeah. No, Wins and Losses was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good music, but what I'm saying was I didn't appreciate what I thought he wasn't. I didn't feel like he was growing in any direction. I feel like most of his albums followed the same type of pattern, and it was the same type of music you were getting more or less. You feel me? And I feel like that's the only issue with rappers. So I feel like me personally, me being a black dude who hangs around other black men, other Hispanic men, or women too, obviously. Let me chill with that shit. But me hanging around other black people, Hispanic people, I hang around white people, I hang around all different types of genres, people who introduce me to all different type of music, all different types of styles. It is very important for me to hit every one of them in terms of all right, I relate to this. Okay. I like this. So if you see me put out a dembo, you know, I hang around Spanish people. That's why. You see me put out some drill shit, hang out with hood niggas. That's why. If you see me put out I could put out some rock shit tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure it'll be nice because I'm nice. But that'll speak to a different type of people. And I feel like if you are an artist, an established artist, you need to make sure that you not only keep your fan base, but also expand your fan base.
Copy. I fuck with it heavy. I mean, because honestly, I heard BOPSTAR is a project you put out earlier this year. And when I went through it, I was amazed. I'm just like, one, obviously you can really rap. I'll give you that. You definitely can really rap. And I'm just like, he's hitting so much different things. And like, I just wanted to ask, like, how much of your growth as a young man through life is a part of your influence in music? Because obviously it's so many different genres. So like, tell me how like your childhood kind of meshes with your music.
Well, I felt like a lot of rappers be like, yo, you know, music was my way out. And I can't lie, that shit is like really real. Like I wasn't the most gangster of gangsters or whatever like that. I wasn't no big homie and nothing like that, but I was like one of them niggas that would be on the block doing absolutely nothing but bad shit. You feel me? And I felt like once I got to high school, I was put around a different group of people that made me use my head more rather than, you know, my hands or whatever the case may be.
Chloe?
Yeah, Miss Chloe.
Shout out
For those
Chloe.
who don't know who watching the podcast right now or whenever this come out, Miss Chloe is our dance teacher.
Facts.
And Miss Chloe is also somebody who helped me stay off the streets. So it's actually mad funny that you say that. But I think in terms of music specifically, I feel like a lot of the tough times that I went through, I would solve it with like doing bad shit or like getting my mom tight or whatever. Like that would be my like release, you feel me, my therapy. I feel like once I really, really started fucking with music, I had a new outlet. I had something that I could actually put passion into. It was more like a form of therapy. You feel me? So I feel like the fact that music played such a big role in me becoming a man, I feel like it is very, very easy to say that music influenced my life and my growth in terms of being a man, in terms of being bigger than what the streets was, or being bigger than what just being mean to my family or being mean to my friends when I was really, really small. So I feel like music really, really, really saved me. You feel me?
How old were you when you started like
really making music? Yeah. I think I probably was writing since I was like 11, 12. I think I hadn't recorded my first song until I was like 16. And I think maybe around 2017. So I think maybe around like 1920 was when I really started taking like the Lamar you see right here and now.
Yeah.
You know, like Frieza. You know how he got like like 4 forms plus a full power form. Yeah. You feel me? I feel like 19 is when I hit my 3rd form, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this shit fucking serious. And right now, I think I'm like 4th form Frieza. You feel me? Now I'm in my final form type shit.
I was gonna say my question for you, because I always found it like not weird, but like peculiar, because I always felt like, you know, me personally, people always say like I'm a Spanish nigga that hang out with a lot of black people, so that I'm like basically been taken in by black folks or whatever.
Exactly.
Whereas when I met you in EBT, I thought it was the opposite. Like you were a black person that got taken in by the Spanish folks, and like you basically hung your hat on that. Like you said, you made a Dembo song, and that shit sound fire. I'm not going front. So my whole thing with you is like, 1, how did like Spanish people influence you? 2, how do you think we as a people, Spanish and black folks, because there still is, in my opinion, division.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you think like with your music and just like how we could basically put the divide aside? You know, we're all one people at the end of the day. That's how I feel.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to see how you feel like we can improve on that.
All right. So the first question I'm gonna answer the question about how they really played a role in my life. I think it's because a lot of the interest that, you know, Hispanic people had, I had, mainly baseball. I feel like during high school when I actually started when I went to Grand Street, and Grand Street was, in my opinion, predominantly Hispanic school in terms of the 3 schools, you feel me? I feel like the people who played baseball the most was Hispanic people, you feel me? Well, whether it was Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, whatever the case may be, they was playing a lot. Also, the only person that I was really, really, really cool with, like in terms of me like being able to chill with him every single day, was my boy Andrew. And he played baseball a lot, and he was a Puerto Rican dude. So we came from middle school together, and even though I came with a few other heads from middle school, he was definitely somebody that was like, I hung out with him a lot. More I hang out with him, more I hang out with other Spanish people. More I hang out with other Spanish people, y'all was throwing in my face type shit. Yeah. Second, y'all got some badass bitches in the Spanish side. I can't front. Like if I want to be they nigga, I gotta pretend like I'm one of they niggas. You feel me? Like I gotta pretend, like not necessarily pretend, because at this point, this is me through and through. You feel me? But I was more interested in the culture, but for many reasons. Whether it was the bitches, whether it was baseball, whether it was just learning about the culture was very, very influential to me. How I feel like black people and Spanish people could come together. I feel like I am more like on your side. I feel like there is a big division between Hispanic and black people when that looting shit was happening. And I think it was Fordham. Like I think Fordham had got looted like crazy, and it was like a big division between the Spanish people who were from Fordham and the black people who were trying to prove a point. You feel me? Now I understand a lot of people that were looting wasn't really trying to prove a point. They were trying to make a come up. But you don't know that. You don't know these people. You don't know what they're doing, this or that or the third, fourth. So there's really no reason to be divisive on those issues. At the end of the day, we're all minorities. At the end of the day, we all came here against our will. Exactly. You understand? So the fact that we have to be divisive when we, as minorities, should be the majority at this point. Like we probably outnumber them by a landslide if we all came together and we all fought under one voice, under one power. You feel me? I feel like the fact that we don't do that is kind of disappointing to me. I understand, there's some people that are nationalists to DR. There's some people that are nationalists to Colombia. You feel me? They only stick with they people. You understand? And I don't disrespect anybody for being true to their blood. But I feel like if we both on American soil, you feel me? If we all on American soil, it could be Hindu niggas or like Saudi Arabian niggas or Indian niggas or Chinese people. It don't not matter. You feel me? We all minorities in the power's eyes. So we have to come together and take the power that we deserve.
That's real shit.
Facts. It's just very refreshing, like seeing you and hearing your music, and like for me, you don't see that every day.
Exactly. Yeah. I told I'm nice. I'm not fucking with y'all niggas, bro.
Yeah, that might be the title of the episode.
Facts. I'm nice.
But, I only got 2 more questions for you before we move on.
Got you.
What's been the reaction to BOPSTAR, just in general? Because obviously you got your peoples, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them heard it before it was really, even on streaming platforms. But just for those who didn't hear it before it was released,
big reactions to it?
What was going on? What was in their heads when they were hearing it?
I think the concept that I came up with for BOPSTAR, I feel like I want to be a rapper that comes up with a concept for everything, right? So when I dropped my first mixtape, I think in 2018, it was called Kame House. And as you can see, after I've talked about Frieza, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. And that project, Kame House, was very, very Dragon Ball Z like inspired. It was the same topics that we could think about today, whether it's like, trying to fuck bitches, trying to get money, drugs, partying, whatever the case may be. It was about that, but there was a anime inspired vibe to it, which relates to me because I love anime. Oh fucking D, you feel me? Same. So I think that concept was perfect. That concept was cool as a coming out party. I think BOPSTAR, I was reaching for a summer date and I kind of hit it. I dropped it like August 10th or something like that, I think. And I was looking for a summer date and I'm like, all right, so what's popping in the summer? What do niggas really fuck with in the summer? And to be honest, in New York, there's so many different vibes. There's so many different things that people like. They like drill shit. They like reggae. They like dembo. Like you can't just put out one project full of one genre and expect it to hit with everybody that you know. Right. So the concept that I tried to come up with was literally not even giving you a project, but giving you like a playlist. Facts. Where if you was at a party, you could play any one of these songs in any one of your little sessions, whether it's a trap session, a dembo session, a reggae session. You could play any one of these songs and it would fit into that session. You feel me? And I think that was the big general concept of it. And I think people took to that very, very well. I think everybody that I know have listened to it. They've given me nothing but great reviews. They've given me so much props for being able to create songs rather than just rap. I feel like growing up, I was really just a spitter. Like I knew exactly what to say, how to say it. And for a dude that was coming up that was that young, that's good. But there's so many niggas out there that's like Jadakiss and shit like that, where it's like they could spit, but can they really produce a project worth of good music that I think is going to reach mainstream audiences? Yeah. I feel like that was my issue the same way. I couldn't really make a song. I couldn't write a chorus or whatever like that. You feel me? So I feel like that's what I tried to do on this shit, and everybody told me that I succeeded. So I feel like BOPSTAR is a really big turning point in my life in terms of trying to blend my known sound of being able to spit bars with the unknown, which is trying to make songs. You feel me? So, and like I said, everybody really fucked with it. You just said it was a good project. I feel like everybody who commented on it said it was a good project. So hopefully I still could keep up the progression and not just think about spitting bars, which was the first one, and not just thinking about making songs, which was on the second one, but actually correlating the two and making some good shit on my third project.
Which leads me to my next and final question, unless you have.
No, I was just real quick. Like, I don't know how you planned your rollout for the project or anything like that, but has like COVID affected any plans? I know you used to like perform shows live, so I know you probably had shows you wanted to do and things like that. So
COVID-19, bro, you a bitch, bro. That's some G shit. Cause my boy RJ, y'all know RJ, right? Because we went to school together. Yeah. So RJ and I, we go 50-50 on a lot of shit when it comes to my career. He looks at himself, and I look at him as more of like a manager. Okay. You feel me? So we plan, and he has his own like kind of like collective for himself called Fourth Dimension that he wants to branch off into like clothes and shooting music videos, like photography and mainly functions and parties and events. You feel me? So he throws events, I perform at them, we get all of our friends to come through, and that's really our biggest money maker, you feel me? And I feel like COVID fucked that up because obviously you can't have that many big gatherings. Exactly. I feel like songs that were dedicated for parties, a lot of them are on BOPSTAR, you feel me? Like I said, they supposed to be a bop. They supposed to be something that you could play. And I can't play them if we ain't got nowhere to play them, you feel me? I could play them on my Instagram as much as I want, but at some point, y'all niggas gonna be like, all right, this nigga's really sucking his own. Like that shit mad bad, you feel me? That's terrible. So I feel like COVID really jammed the nigga up. No funny shit.
Yeah, so I'm actually leading to my last question. So with COVID obviously jamming you up, are you gonna be riding out BOPSTAR for a little bit more, or is there new music on the horizon? What's the plans next for?
Nah, in my opinion, I think there's new music on the horizon because the way I see it is BOPSTAR is a good project, but at the end of the day, BOPSTAR is not meant to be like something that you really looked to in my discography, right? Okay. It's supposed to be something like something to hold you over. Like, you wanted new music, I'm gonna give you new music type shit.
Would you compare it to like More Life, like something?
Exactly. Boom. Exactly.
You like call it a playlist.
Yeah, exactly. More Life is like a little like interlude into Drake's bigger projects, and I feel like it's kind of holds the same thing. I always had a concept for my second project the same way. Anime inspired my first project. Video games is supposed to. Video games and street life, actually. I'm supposed to call it war games. Okay. It's supposed to basically be the concept of my second album. And I feel like the second album is very, very good for the fall, the winter, because it's much more of a darker feel. Okay. You feel me? So I feel like since it's already November, I feel like if I could spit some songs out, I'm supposed to go to the studio on Monday, I'll see where it goes from there. Yeah. But I definitely feel like since BOPSTAR couldn't really get played in like the clubs or get played at events, or I couldn't perform and shit like that, I don't want to drag it out too long before niggas be like, all right, clubs is open, put out some new music. You feel me? Like I want to beat niggas to the punch type shit. So
I still want to hear Pepito at the party though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, I can't.
Pepito at the party, I gotta hear that.
I can't front. That's probably gonna be the one song
that
I'm a stretch. Because you might never get another Dumbo out of me, because I done exhausted as much Spanish as I know, bro. Like
you speak better Spanish than me. I'll tell you that.
That's the sad part.
That's the sad part.
Bebito gonna be played in 2023, bro. I promise you. That's gonna be the last time you hear that shit.
Oh man. But we gonna move a little bit into the meat of the show. We got a segment when you got call on here called Microphone Check, and Microphone Check is basically just our music segment of the podcast. So where we just talk about anything regarding music, opinions, contract, whatever the case may be. So I want to actually start off this Microphone Check by saying first and foremost, rest in peace to King Von.
Facts.
Rest in peace, King Von. And this unfortunately leads into my first topic, which would be gang violence and rap. And can the two just not coexist? Like, do they have to be coincided? We stop?
I don't think
the violence.
Rap can necessarily get away from gang violence because it's so glorified. It makes millions. I'm pretty sure it's made billions of dollars at this point.
Absolutely, of course.
And when you see so many rappers who started in that gang life and they made it out, a lot of young niggas want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's like almost a never-ending cycle. It would be nice for, it not to be like such a light on like gang violence and all that shit, but that's just how it is, bro. That's what sells. Niggas love to make imaginary guns in clubs and all that shit. Like, That's just
I
what
be
it
having
is.
it on me in the club.
Hey man,
Niggas be fake gang members, you know. We having runs with everyone's crip and everyone's blood. Feel me? Depending on what's cool and current.
Everybody woo, everybody
Exactly.
chill.
But
You know what
I mean, we talk about it all the time. You know, hip hop has this mantra where you gotta keep it real. Feel me? You gotta can't compromise yourself. You gotta always keep it a buck, and it's hard to. That mantra is so imperative in hip hop that if you are a gang member or you like come from that world, it's like you're expected to do that. And then with that expectation comes like compromising positions. Feel me? Like if you are in a position where you have a beef with somebody, then you have those old tendencies like in Carlito's where you can't get away from it. This is who you are.
Right.
Feel me? So it's hard. Like it'll be nice. I always say like, at least now, in my opinion, it's a balance because there are people that have like more conscious rap or like the J. Cole's, the Dreamvilles, the K Dots and the Black Hippies and all that. Like, so there is more balance as far as like not gangster anymore. Whereas before, I feel like we were just everything was a gangster rapper. Like everything was glorified in that way. So that's my whole thing. At least let there be balance. But I personally just don't think they can't coexist because that's just the way hip hop has always been. Like. You asking to change the game now. That's kind of hard to do at this point.
no, you can't ask country music stars to not wear
Cowboy hats.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did ask.
That's a great point.
Nah, I think that adding on to what y'all said, I feel like the same way you said, Fritz, that it's a cycle. You feel me? It's like it's almost never ending at the same time. You feel me? It's gangsters coming up, telling their story. You know, this is what makes me me. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to change for nobody. Money's not going to change me. Women are not going to change me. The house, the cars, the clothes, it's not going to change me. And I feel like if you get to a certain place, like let's say God rest his soul, Vaughn, where you feel like you're being disrespected by anybody, you know, you're going to want to get out your way and retaliate. You feel me? Whether it's on the spot, some people do it differently. Some people do it on a mic. Some people do it on the spot. But at the end of the day, once it's beef, it's beef. And then everybody under you, you know, is going to be a beef with them versus a beef with everybody that's under the nigga that you beefing with.
Exactly.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, the gang violence is what helped you eat when you wasn't a rapper. And even though rapping is now taking care of your plates, you know, at the end of the day, you cannot change who you are as a human being. If you change who you are, they deem you as a sellout.
Exactly.
You feel me? So the same way you said the mantra of you got to be some type of tough, you got to be some type of gangster. I feel like even the farthest people like Jay-Z, who can coexist outside of gangster rap, you know, he's always somebody that's being reminded of his past. He's always somebody who's being reminded, oh, he was a crack dealer when he was younger, you feel me? And the nigga's like 50-something now, 40-something now, you feel me? And they still talking about it. So I feel like it's impossible, even though it would be nice, I feel like it's very, very impossible for the two to separate because it is a way for the people who are living one life to evolve into another
and express themselves as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just super sad because obviously it's costing us the lives of very young, budding superstars. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry to interject. I saw a post like a couple of days ago. It may sound outlandish to people, but they were like, being a rapper is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
If you come from that cloth, then for sure. Because I mean,
even if though sometimes because you're a walking target, even if you are soft and it's still sweet for you depending where you go.
I mean, at that point, but you're gonna roll around on some, you know, with security, proper security.
Some people they don't. Like I said, they don't come from that world.
I mean, I feel like once you start making that kind of money, people in your ear will be more on you to be like, you know, you should roll around with this much security. Yeah. You shouldn't be here too long. Of
person you are.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, based on the King Von death, I was more concerned about the aftermath of his death, like the reactions of people. Like I feel like now when people die, you can't even. There's no such thing as resting in peace anymore. Feel me? Like niggas be throwing dirt on your name. Feel me? There was videos of supposedly his man's like going to his crib and airing out his crib, like as far as taking all the clothes and stuff like that.
Crazy.
And his girl, you know, I know she mourning, but she's on media talking about him and stuff like that. And it's like. That's the saddest part. I'm not gonna lie. I
mean, that's what we've evolved into. That's the social media. You know what I'm saying? Because there was somebody, I think she posted, she was like, "Damn, I'm supposed to link Vaughn and fuck." Like,
yeah, like I'm what? We supposed to fuck on Monday. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm like, yo, like, come on, son. Like, but we've gotten to that point where like, there's no moral standpoint to even stand on anymore. It's like a free for all completely, and it's like almost. It's not even almost. It is disgusting to really think about and like just say that we're here because like at the end of the day, like that man died. Facts. That's what happened. That point blank period. Like all the rest of y'all little problems don't matter because he can't live the rest of his life. He was 26, bro. like 26 years old.
Exactly.
Just got
He
on.
had kids, 3 kids too.
Exactly. I
Rest in
mean,
peace,
luckily, not luckily, but his blessing to his family was that he didn't sign. He was signed to Empire,
And
which
he owns his
masters.
masters. Facts.
So with that being said,
Run that up.
you can run up his music and he'll get money for his family.
Facts.
So hopefully, with that being said, I don't know if anybody else had any last thoughts on that.
No.
All right, cool.
Rest
So
in peace, Devon.
I just want to start off with the more somber note in that section, just because we like to get those out the way first most of the time. But moving forward, let's go into yours. The original songs versus the remake.
All right, so
remixes, because I didn't really know where he was going with that. So
nah. I'm gonna tell you right now because I was bumping. I'm obviously we gonna do hip hop songs, but I was bumping a techno song called But either way, they sampled the whole they remade the whole song. And in my opinion, I'm like, I'm not saying the techno song is better, but it's just a different vibe. I'm like, damn.
Talking about like that EDM shit.
Yeah. I was just like, yo, this shit bump. I'm not going front. And then I was talking to my pops. I'm like, that made me think like, okay, how much songs in hip hop there was originals, even remixes versus originals versus the remix. So through research, I thought I'll just come through. Feel me? Let's start it off like this. Which remake or song do you think was better? Nicki's Itty Bitty Piggy or Soulja Boy's Donk?
Oh,
that's tough.
Exactly.
That's tough.
oh.
Exactly.
That's tough because they both two different vibes. You feel me? And
It's
they
the
like for two
same
different
beat.
purposes.
Nah, Donk was crazy. Yeah,
Because because we grew up, we were outside for like at a young age. So like when Donk dropped, we knew what the moment was
that
for.
was a
You
great
feel
song.
me? We know
The
what
music
it was for.
video was better than the song, though. I can't hold.
I'm
it.
not
That
gonna
music
lie.
video was crazy.
I might side with Nicki on this because this is
I
one
might-
of the few songs
I might-
that I actually like from her.
She
I
was
might go
going crazy.
Nicki on this one.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
She
You
was
know,
going crazy
feel
on
me?
here, bro. She had the
I still remember to this day.
the words.
That's Teddy
No,
Penny's song.
I remember the words, definitely. I definitely remember the words.
That's Teddy
But
Yeah,
I
about to go
remember Johnny,
crazy.
the nigga Johnny from Grand Street, that I sitting at the table, always on my like, give me a hanky, like feel me? And we talking about Johnny, feel me? Like,
Yeah.
like this nigga is dead singing the song, like that impact was crazy, bro. I'm not gonna front.
Nicki wild out on that. I ain't gonna hold
I'm
you.
not gonna
I
do
wouldn't
too,
be mad for y'all to go.
I'm not
on
gonna
that
do
one.
too
Nicki,
much. I'm
yeah.
gonna probably do 2 more, but another one was 50 Cent's the original Out of Control or the remix with Mobb Deep.
I think the remix.
I like the remix.
I was gonna go remix.
Went a
too.
little farther than
Yeah,
than
I like the
regular Out
remix
of
better.
Control.
I'm not gonna front.
So
I like.
I would give it to the remix.
And then I guess the last one could be Fabs. Y'all don't really hear me though, or Meeks.
Oh, Meek.
Meek. I think I gotta go Meek.
I go with Meek, too.
Meek went crazy,
That
bro.
was a landslide.
I gotta go Meek too.
I gotta go Meek.
So that was just a few. I thought
The
of
one song that comes to mind that everybody always plays the remix before is Ignition.
Yeah.
OD.
Ignition.
That is
100%.
I don't.
Didn't Carl Kelly remix his own song?
Yeah, bro.
And he ain't get no feature on it. It's just him.
He said, "Yeah, I
Like,
just
the
made a
fuck?
new version of this."
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think I've ever heard the original.
I think I heard
I've
like
heard
3
the-
Nah, I
times.
I've heard
can't
the
lie.
original, but
I
I
can't
just-
lie. I got another one, and it don't say remix. It say part 2. But Confessions, Confessions Part 1, fire. Confessions Part
crazy.
2,
Classic.
Classic.
Facts.
Out, yeah,
Classic.
knocked
Crazy.
Out the park.
Oh,
That's a good
shit.
one. That's
What
definitely-
Facts.
I noticed that.
There's a few more. Like there was the original. You ain't even know it, or Black Hippies. You ain't even know it. I
mean,
might go with the original.
I'm going with the original only because the Black Keepers did the whole like they gave the bars.
Yeah,
you know
but-
what I'm saying. But depending on where you at, you might want to hear the
They
regular.
even know it. I'm not gonna front have more diverse rappers on it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you.
You feel me?
And then I guess the like I said, it was hard because I was trying to find good ones. You know, they had like Little Wayne Swag Surf or original Swag Surf, which I thought that was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
So,
Wayne bodied that.
like
Violator,
the
bro.
last one I had on here was the Throw It in the Bag, the original or the remix with Drake.
Drake remix.
again,
I'll
with the
the
Drake,
remix
yeah.
with me Drake. It just was a different vibe. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
Drake
front.
body, but Drake body that shit. That's why I'm
OD.
picking it.
Nah, it was a different vibe. I'm not gonna front. The second crazy. Like,
He said it is what it is.
but that, like I said, y'all could do your own research. I think I might come back with the samples. Like these were actual songs, like
So sampled
covers,
by
basically.
da-da-da,
So I might come
like
back
through
next
the fire
week with
and through
this-
the
yeah.
wire type shit.
Exactly. So I might come back next week with the samples. So stay tuned.
But since we just mentioned Drake, we're gonna go into your topic. Drake and Breezy may be working on a joint album because he said that in like an interview. Or
Yeah.
something, right?
I just seen that like on the internet or whatever, and then it just had me thinking like, what ideal Drake album would y'all want to see? Like any type of
Ideal
artist.
joint album.
Yeah,
Well,
like
that
are
is the
out
one
right now
for me.
That is
Breezy,
that is the
Breezy
one.
and Drake.
Nigga, I don't care what they do. It's gonna be fire. I'm not gonna hold you.
That is the one.
It's gonna
Alright,
that be
aside from
fire.
them.
Nah, I can't front when no. My fault.
No, go ahead.
When I can't front when No Guidance came out, I can't front. I wanted to hate that shit so bad. Like I really was like, I'm like, yo, bro, like Drake and Chris Brown for them, nigga. Like this is mid. This not hitting, nigga. On the way over here, it was on the radio. I did not change it, bro. Oh God, I feel guilty.
Especially with that video. My dad wanted to hate it because of the video.
Yeah.
How y'all wanna hate something?
Yeah. I'm like,
think.
nah, bro. I'm not about to be over here with y'all niggas like, yo, this is fire, bro.
Could
Nah,
have a
fuck
whole
out of here.
collab album with like 10 or 12 no guidances.
Yeah.
No funny shit. That's what it's gonna be.
Hey man.
And it's gonna go too. Well, the only other collab I can really think I really would want to hear is like K. Dot, J. Cole. Probably.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's a generic
that is
one.
like a mad generic. Like that's the first one I thought about. But for me, like out of the box, I would like to see like a Burna Boy and Wizkid collab album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I
That
feel like that
sounds
shit
good.
would
I like that.
slap.
That sounds good.
You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
when like genres mesh. So like I can't think off the top of my head, but like
Example.
I'm trying
Like
to
an
think,
artist.
son. I'm dead trying to think. Go if anybody else, I gotta think. If anything, I would like to hear. I know this is probably very, very hard to do, but I would like to hear like a whole New York drill album with all the drill artists in New York on the same
Like a
album.
compilation album.
Like a compilation New York drill album, that would be fucking historic,
That's
my nigga.
tough to do without anybody getting
And,
shot.
and that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
feel like if you just remove the folk and GD niggas, you might be able to get that. Because a lot of these niggas.
nah, I hear you. It's just
yeah,
on
like
the
I said, they don't
side.
even have to be in the same stool nowadays. For me, you could just send songs to each other and just
Yeah,
have
but
like
these niggas don't be
a
wanting to
person
do
to like
business
just make
together.
sure everything is, feel me, like a Switzerland type of person that's
They don't even
gonna
be wanting to
play
do
neutral on both
business
sides.
together
I
these
think it
days.
could be done, but again, I won't be. I know that's very, very like long-winded to do. Like it's not.
All right, hit me out. Y'all ready?
Bro,
I'm
it's gonna
here.
be some shit.
It's gonna be some retarded ass, not smart shit. All right, check this out. I listen to a lot of different genres and shit, right?
We know.
All right, so first name I'm gonna throw out there, Ariana Grande, right?
Okay, she can sing.
Great singer,
She can sing.
sing her ass off, right? But she got a lot of flavor in her too. Like she'd be showing a little bit of blackness in her.
She
You
She
feel
like
me?
Christina Aguilera.
No, she like a baby Mariah. Like a
Yeah,
baby
like
Mariah.
she give it. So here's who I throw her with: Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin, who I've seen on completely different genres, whether it's hard trap, regular like Nav trap, or like some fucking what's this nigga Calvin Harris shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? I've seen Metro
That shit was
perform
fire.
on all three levels. Or produce on all three levels. Now
the face I'm making in
imagine
my
Metro,
head.
imagine Metro producing a whole album
For Ariana,
just for Ariana Grande.
that might be the first project I'll listen to from her.
I don't even know how that would sound.
That's my thing.
I don't
'cause
know how that shit
I-
would sound
I love
either, but
Metro.
that shit
I
probably
love
crazy.
Metro, but I think Metro has missed, in my opinion, at this time. Not missed, but I
Where?
think he's. I don't know. I think it's just been. I don't know if it was him or the rapper. I got.
Well,
Sometimes
I'm not going front. Big Sean
With him
made
and Big
Metro
Sean,
trash.
with him and Big Sean, I didn't really like it.
I
like that.
didn't like Double or
That's
Nothing.
what I'm saying.
I
Big
didn't
Sean
like
I
made
didn't really
Metro
like it
sound
like that.
trash. So
I don't know.
Double or Nothing missed OD.
So
His
I don't
song
know
in
if
the
it
mist.
was Metro, because as a producer, it's your job to also, you know what I'm saying, mesh
Yeah.
the sound with the rapper. So I
Especially
don't-
if the whole project is for
So-
that one
Exactly.
particular rapper.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I say he's missed, because I throw that on a producer as well, because you have a part in that whole thing.
You gave him like Gold
I
Legend or some
definitely don't
shit.
like Bounce Back, bro.
It's a cheesy
You don't like
hit.
Bounce Back?
It's a
I think
cheesy
it's
hit.
I think it's
I'm
a
not a-
marketable hit.
Yeah.
I'm not a
I think
Big Sean
I think
fan,
it's
so-
something that's
Never-
marketable
it's
for
a
people to
cheesy
like.
I never like that song.
you know how hard it is to make Metro sound trash. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I mean, it is,
But it's
because I
not
think
just
he's
Big
nice.
Sean. Like,
nah,
you
it's
can't
Big
say
Sean,
that.
bro. I'm not gonna hold you. You know how hard it
You
is to
just
do.
hate. You just hate Big Sean.
You don't like Big
I
Sean?
don't like Big Sean, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
But back to Ariana, I think there's a possibility he could do it. I wouldn't put it past him.
You just don't know how it would.
I just don't
You're
know.
not
I just
confident that it'll be as good as I probably am confident.
yeah. I'm just not that.
I need to hear like 3 songs, a little sample.
Yeah,
Little
I need
samples.
samples first for sure.
get
I'm
three
riding with
songs.
you on that.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
know,
I like that idea.
yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, she
Last
did a
album wasn't
feature
bad,
on
bro.
a 2 Chainz song. It's a song that I thought should have went bigger. Actually,
Oh, that song was fire.
yeah, that song was fire. It's like she carried that song crazy. So I mean, I could see she could step into different lanes.
Was it called Rule the World?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I know that's how the chorus went.
Yeah.
So, but like she can step into different lanes. So I'm definitely would look forward to that if it were to ever magically occur. And if it does occur, look for this.
Yeah,
man.
I was about to say.
He needs a check.
Exactly.
He needs
I'm
a
fucking
check.
weak.
That ass.
But moving forward, we're gonna move on to something that I've been pondering for a little bit, and I just wanted to know where you guys felt on this. Where do we stand on Soulja Boy's importance in hip hop?
Yo, y'all niggas need to give my man his fucking flowers, man.
I just want to know
Soulja
where we
Boy,
stand.
tell him, my son DeAndre Way, y'all niggas need to give him his fucking flowers,
Out
man.
the bit.
What are we
Turn my
talking about
swag
here,
on.
bro?
If we want to talk about a run
Nigga stole my
Yo.
whole
and
flow.
changing the game, word for word, word for word.
He was dead ass,
I
like,
said, tell me what's really going on.
nah, all jokes aside though, bro, Soulja Boy has so much influence in today's game, and he doesn't get like the love for it. You know what I'm saying? Like people were almost trying to make fun of him because of how he was going about it a couple years ago, but he was dead ass speaking facts.
His first single went number 1.
Bro, that shit
First
went
single.
stupid.
Went
And he-
stupid.
And
man.
he
That shit Lil
owned
Nas
all of
X.
it. Like, he owned
He
all
is
of
the
it.
first person, the first rapper to really get on the internet. Like
Yeah.
Make
YouTube,
money.
utilize the fuck out of YouTube. Like
I feel like we give Wayne all the flowers and credit
That's
for this
what I'm
drink,
saying,
but we
bro.
dead ass forget about Soulja Boy.
Niggas
Like
definitely
we don't
forget
give
about
him
it.
as much credit as we get. Like we give Wayne all the credit, but Soulja Boy does. We don't give him no credit because I feel like his antics kind of take away from it.
I think that the speaking on what you just said, I think that Wayne deserves the flowers for influencing style.
Yes.
So like the style of how these niggas dress, how they do their
Yes.
hair, how they sometimes rap,
The
what they rap
tattoos.
about, the tattoos. I
Exactly.
feel like even the gang culture, I feel like Wayne was one of the
Mhm.
first niggas. Like there's been gangster rap since the 70s, 80s, but I feel like Wayne was one of the first rappers to bring colors into it in terms of
You
talking
might
about.
have to give Dipset
Yeah, I
that. I'm
was
not
gonna
gonna
say
hold
Well,
you.
Dips.
I
feel
Well,
like
oh wait,
Dipset-
whoa,
I feel
whoa,
like
whoa,
Dipset
whoa,
the
reason
wait,
why
wait,
Wayne
wait,
started
wait,
That's what I'm
wait. I
saying.
feel like
Facts.
I feel like Wayne was one of the first niggas in that made it as popular as it is.
okay.
Because I feel like
Look at Dipset
Dipset
had a whole
fire
big
in New
fucking
York,
band jackets and
retarded
shit.
in
I'm
New
not gonna hold
York.
you.
But let's be honest, there's a lot of people that come out of New York that are big in New York, but unfortunately they aren't as big internationally as let's say a Lil Wayne.
Nah, I
is, you
hear
feel
you.
me?
Even
So I
nationally.
feel
Wayne
like
might be
niggas who
the
Lil
greatest
Wayne was easier
gang
to
members
touch
and
in
stuff.
like Chicago. It's easy to touch in like Atlanta, easy to touch in like LA more than Joel's and Jim Jones and Cameron. You feel me? So while I do agree with you, they definitely did it first and they did
Yeah.
it better, 100%.
They
I
probably
feel
did.
like,
Because it was
but
real blood.
back to what I was saying, it don't even matter. I feel like Wayne was one of the first niggas to bring style
Mm-hmm.
into a lot of these niggas of this generation now.
Yes.
However, Soulja Boy made money off of the internet
Yes.
in a way that we've never seen before. Completely
Yes.
never seen before. So now this whole internet generation, regardless of whatever style they jacket, whatever
Mm-hmm.
colors, whatever the shit that Wayne might have influenced, I feel like if it wasn't for Soulja Boy breaking a literal barrier into you can not only make money for yourself without a record label, without a distribution company, you can make money for yourself and go big. But he was he's the very first to do it, and he
Nah,
did it perfectly.
Definitely agree with you.
Whatever happened after that was like whack. But
Nah, because like I said, my thing with Soulja Boy is that if we were to give money out for like credit and like people things, Soulja Boy would be a billionaire, bro. Because like
Yes.
he's made these monster companies, Warner Bros, Sony, whatever, billionaires because he's broke that, like you said, broke that barrier. And like because of that, now we're at where we at with streaming and all that stuff. So
Exactly.
like that's all stemming from Soulja Boy. You
Yeah,
like you know
that
what I'm saying,
us.
and then he had. Let's not act like he didn't inspire the whole dance craze
Facts.
too.
He
To
was
the point,
16, 17.
like
Even
not,
being a
after
troll.
that, like everybody started having trying to have a little dance with their joint. Not that there wasn't dances before, but like he was doing a
Like,
full routine,
specifying a song for a dance.
Yeah.
Even being a troll, he was the original troll too.
Right.
Because of
He was
his whole LimeWire, how he used to get people to bump his songs and shit like that.
Ice-T and Soulja Boy. He said, "Yo, Soulja Boy, eat a dick."
Feel me? So facts.
Gucci bang.
Soulja
Yo.
Boy's heavily influential.
Facts.
Heavily influential.
first
Nobody.
rapper I ever heard to rap about Xans.
Mm.
I cannot lie, because when
That's a fact.
Xan with that lean
That's
came
a
out,
fact.
I did not
Ooh.
know
That's a
what the
fact.
fuck
That's a
was
great
Xanax
point.
was,
That's a
bro.
great
Like,
point.
I
You
was
see,
mad
son?
young.
That's a-
So I was like,
I like when we bring
I
music
had
texts.
just
Facts.
learned what
You
lean
get great
was too,
points.
so I didn't even know. Well, actually, he definitely didn't.
Yeah,
do
I was gonna
nothing
say,
with
I knew
that.
what lean-
But
yeah.
Xans, I never heard nobody rap about Xans before Soulja Boy. Correct me if I'm wrong, internet.
Facts.
Facts.
You could hate him, but feel me, you still got to. He still did a
I
lot.
have no reason to hate him.
That's what I'm
feel me?
saying.
But moving on from the microphone check, we're gonna get into Ray's favorite segment.
Oh yes.
So
Nah, I don't know. I don't know her personally yet. Feel me?
Uh huh.
Yet.
Let that rock
gets me every
twice.
time.
So
Bro.
for some,
He's excited for this week's baddie. I ain't gonna lie.
nah, alright, but I might cut all this shit off. But yeah, this week's baddie of the week, I just want to give a shout out to somebody we met on Clubhouse. Her name is Bria Backwoods.
Hi, we love you, Bria.
Facts. I just want to appreciate you from you. Obviously, are very gorgeous, and I appreciate a gorgeous female that's down to earth. Like you, that ass, cool. Be kicking it on Clubhouse and shit like that. You be responding to me on Twitter, and I hope that this could go a long way. Like I said, we would love to interview you. We would love to interview you because your story when you were talking about being an original OnlyFans, like OG, and like telling the whole spiel on how girls be making money and capping and shit like that.
Yeah, talk to him.
It definitely intrigued me. So again, the door is open, and I hope you're recovering well from COVID because I know you're going through it right now. So we just sending you flowers and appreciate you this week. Shout out Bria Backwoods. You can find her on IG with the Z, Backwoods with the Z.
And you can find her on OnlyFans.
And Twitter.
Facts. Go to her OnlyFans though.
Yeah, nah, definitely subscribe to
It's
that.
very, very reasonable compared to other girls.
Definitely subscribe to that. Support black business.
Exactly.
Seriously. But we're gonna move forward from there. We're gonna step into Cookie Crumbs. Cookie Crumbs, for those that don't know, Cookie Crumbs is a segment. We just labeled it for anything relationship wise, anything, male, female, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying. But we're gonna let Ray take this one because Ray has, ever since we've gotten on Clubhouse,
Bro.
Ray has had he's just been filled with so much hatred
Bro.
for simps. And
Bro.
I'm just like, bro, it's been a thing forever. Let's
Nah,
let it be.
bro, I did it. Yo, okay, maybe it's just me and I was just oblivious because, feel me, the company I keep.
Time out real quick. This didn't age well because I remember last episode I said I wasn't mixy because I didn't get into Clubhouse, and then I got into Clubhouse
Both of them
that
in Clubhouse.
weekend. That weekend, so
Same.
leave me alone. That's all I want to say. Don't come after me.
Just know that it wasn't any of us that got invited to Clubhouse first. Either way, maybe I was oblivious. The company I keep is a non-simp type of company, but on this app, I've really been mind-boggled at how much
Dexter
simps
simped.
there are in the world.
Dexter simped.
What happened?
Jack and Dexter simped a couple times.
I'm not gonna throw my man to the bus.
Nah, this is a joke.
That's
It's a joke.
home team.
This
Home
is a joke.
team.
This is a joke.
Either way, so first of all, again, the app just really blew my mind of how much simps there are in the world. We should get the definition of a simp out first in case people didn't know. In my opinion, I guess a simp is a person that's going to do a lot and the most, compromise themselves for some ass that more than likely they're not going to get.
Or won't get at a rate he wants.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
when you do a lot and the return is not enough.
The ratio
that is
is
a
bad.
simp.
The term on Wiktionary is a man who foolishly overvalues and defers to a woman, putting her on a pedestal.
Amen.
So again, I just want to make sure, and I want to put it out there. I want to put a dead to the simps. Feel me? I want to put a dead to the simps because I don't think this is cool at all. As a man, you should not be a simp, my nigga. You should not hang your hat on doing all this for some ass, making it seem like it's Gucci, and not like basically you doing a lot and you're not getting nothing in return, bro.
Yeah, I got my man's angry.
Take the L.
Even
Take
if-
the L.
even if
Don't
you,
compromise yourself. There's nothing worse. Man or female, I just hate seeing people compromise themselves. Feel me? Change themselves, especially for some ass, my nigga. Like, even if you compromise yourself for some ass, what happens if that shit not Gucci? You're gonna be tight. Like, you're not gonna be tight. Like, the niggas, it's a lot on that app, bro. I heard a lot of stories. It's some shorty that, she said that, the nigga basically, typical fashion came and used to get a box, just basically come over, eat a box, and dip.
Oh, I was there for that.
That's what I'm saying.
This was, how long did this go for?
She was like, this was a regular eater. Like, this was a regular eater.
So he would just, at any time she needed some
Yes.
space.
Yes.
Wow.
And we always asked after we had a whole room where we was asking shorties their simp stories. So that shit was just very revealing. But in that story at the end, we always asked, did the nigga end up hitting? Most of the time was no.
But bitches be capping sometimes.
Nah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
That's true. But on that app, I will say people are very forthcoming on
Yes.
that app.
Hey,
so
you could give them the benefit of the doubt. Bitches do be
I would
capping.
do, but
But
I feel you.
was there another example?
I'm trying to think. It was so much stories. I don't know if Mo was
I
in
mean,
that room.
yeah, I was in that room, but it was just a lot of giving a lot of money,
Yeah.
picking up. Somebody said they got picked up from the airport after having a wild trip in Miami or some
yeah.
shit, and the nigga picked her up, and you know what I'm saying, she wasn't even fuck with it. It's just a lot of the stuff that I personally am not that bothered by it because I just know it goes on, but Ray seems to feel like it's the end of the world.
Again, because cause I'll be realizing, feel me, I'm not trying to put down women at all. Feel me? If you want what you want, go after it. But I'm like just thinking about. I see why females be calling niggas bitch made and shit like that, because if you folding like this, if you really folding like this, bro, like you really making us look bad now. And it's that has becoming a mantra. Like females is expecting this type of sympathy. And I'm not for it. I'm sorry. I'm not for it, bro. I'm not for it. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Feel me? I'm sorry, females. You might have to go simp somewhere else or something like that. I don't know, son.
Nah, I can't front. You should never. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of girls out there that are worth the trouble, and I feel like there's a lot of girls out there that will make you work for pussy. You feel me? Like you can't just come and fuck whenever you want. Like you gotta prove to me that, you know, you deserve or whatever like that. However, I feel like as a man, no female is gonna want a man who lowers himself for anything, for anything on this earth, especially pussy. You feel me? So I feel like you really just digging your own grave like that if you being a simp.
All the girls said exactly what he just said in that room. They said exactly that.
And I know girls personally who use niggas because they simps, and they know they not gonna let them fuck, and they just utilize the fuck out of them.
This goes back to the conversation we had last week about the dickmatized. Remember, I told you something. It said use. It goes either way.
And
you could be a female and a simp too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of niggas be thinking with they dicks. Like being dickmatized, like for a woman is different than being a simp for a man. Because a lot of simps never touch this woman.
Exactly.
And they act like that's their girlfriend, like their wife. That's crazy, bro.
It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, there's a lot of simp on that nigga. Like perfect example. My fault. Before we go on, there was a nigga that we had a conversation, and the nigga was saying that basically when a girl fucks with a nigga without a car, it bothers him. And I was like, my nigga, how? Bro, thank you. That's very weirdo behavior.
That's mad weird.
Anything another man does to a female should not bother you.
Unless
it's, at all. You know, unless it's some simp shit. Yeah. Like this. That's it, son. Moving on.
And let the church say,
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Hot.
We moving. My son Ray was red,
bro. Because that ass just was really astonished, bro. Like that shit really blew my mind, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, because Ray was like Isaac Newton in there. Like he discovered something new. He was like, bro, like this exists.
Like I said, maybe it's the company I keep, but none of my niggas is simps. I'll tell you that. If they are, they didn't put niggas on. They kept that in the tuck.
Niggas might be simps on the low.
Yeah,
you never know. Nah. We're moving on. Just keep the time into the free segment. Free for those that don't know. Free is just literally anything. It's just a play off the lunchroom. Free lunch. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep on the topic of women since we're talking about women. This is another Ray special.
Oh, I mean, this is better though. For me, we got some male non-embellishment. Now let's work on being better men and friends, in my opinion.
Okay.
I had a conversation with our homegirl Melissa, you know, friend of the show, and basically she was saying that, like, yeah, girls obviously treat their friends better than male treat their friends. And this all speculates from, I've noticed it becoming a trend. Lately that a lot of girls are buying their female friends trips, like outright. Like they're deadass getting treated to a weekend in Puerto Rico.
So is the trip like the entire thing? Like, are we talking plane and place to stay?
I know some girl, they deadass bought her a trip to LA, paid for the B&B and the plane and
so everything. What about the activities?
Well,
I'm just trying to.
You gotta pay for that yourself.
I was gonna say I hear you, but in my opinion, my nigga, if anybody buys me a trip, I'm grateful. I don't care what else I have to pay.
I'm not saying be ungrateful. I'm just trying to be clear what the trip entails.
As far as I'm concerned, I've heard mostly like, you know, your place to stay in the plane. Mm-hmm. As far as the activities is concerned, I don't know, but I just noticed it becoming a trend, and I'm just like, yo, like I'm not gonna front. Like I'm not saying niggas should take that, but we should start doing that for me. Like I'm not gonna front. My son Eli got a birthday out. Let's pitch in, get him a trip. You know, make this a regular thing.
I know me personally. When I got it, I'm gonna be doing shit like that. Like I just don't got it. Like that's just me.
I mean, honestly, wherever I go, I would try to take my mans. Feel me? So I mean, if I got,
you didn't take us to Miami,
bro. That was a last second.
You didn't even
trip.
Suggest exactly.
That was a last second trip. I didn't even know about it. I knew about it less than 2 weeks in advance.
2 months.
I knew about it.
All right. Whatever you say,
I'm
bro.
gonna shut up. Everybody else can talk on this.
I've
I'm gonna
definitely
shut
seen
up.
that a lot. It just goes back to loyalty. Like if a girl, or just human beings in general, if you feel like that person is really loyal to you, like you become family. like even if you're not related type shit. So that's just really love, bro. Like,
Facts. No, I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's more. I hear what you're saying, but I feel like the male ego, like some niggas, they might not feel the ego might be like, I'm not about to buy my man's a trip. Feel me? Like, even if I do have it, I'm like, yo, that's a man. Like, for me, it's not. It's not a manly thing to do. Some niggas might think that. I'm not gonna front. Like you said, if I got it, I would gladly treat my mans to a trip.
Like,
for me, like,
could go out like for a birthday to fucking Columbia or some
I've been
shit.
telling y'all to do some shit in August because y'all all have birthdays in August. I mean, we finally did something.
I'm just trying to start this narrative. Feel me? Let's keep it like. Feel me? Let's make this a regular thing.
I will say this. I feel like I kind of feel on the contrary. I feel like there's a lot of bitches out there. Yeah, I'm gonna call them bitches specifically because those are the bad ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bad women, bad dog. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of females out there that deadass be doing they homegirls like dirt. You feel me? It don't even gotta be like, oh, she fucked, one's nigga or everything. It can get to that point, and I've seen that very, very recently and very, very commonly. But there's a lot of females out there that just like throw dirt on they homegirls' names whenever possible, but whenever necessary.
Yeah.
You understand? Meanwhile, I'm coming from a group of friends where it's like we don't really keep like the same way you say, yo, the company I keep, there ain't no Simpsons in my company. There's no like foul play in my company either. You feel me? And I have a broad like list of like cool guy friends that like I'm really, really chill with, that I really, really hang out with. And I feel like I don't really see any of them doing anything of that nature. But then again, I got some female friends who have told me certain situations where, oh, me and this girl can't talk no more because we can't fuck with each other no more because of this, that, and the third. And whether they start being friends again or not, the point is I don't see that kind of like, even rappers, like I'll see Dirk like talk to Vaughn, like, yo, love you, twin.
Yeah.
Like, you dead as my twin, you dead as my brother. Even though they grew up around the same place, nigga, they not blood related and shit like that. It's not like they cousins or something like that. Same thing with Atlanta niggas with Offset. Offset call everybody his family. You feel me? Everybody his brother. So I feel like, we could do that the same way Frisk said. We just don't have the money for it. Now, bitches got more money than us then. Yeah. Buy your shorty a trip.
But you didn't make a good point where it's like, it just might be the ego that really stops niggas from doing that.
I was just trying to embellish women, give them a good life for once.
Oh, my fault. I fucked that up.
Feel me?
My fault. I missed that. I missed that part.
I just feel me. I know most of the time females obviously they have their problems within their friends and stuff. I was just trying to be like, okay, if you are so happen to have a good group of girlfriends, this is what I've seen them do. Like
they're willing to go to that extent.
Exactly.
Quicker than men do. So I
can agree with that.
That's a good point.
Moving forward, let's see. I had the thought of this the other day. I just wanted to know, like, how do you tell your friends they're not good at a craft, whatever the craft may be?
You know me.
Whether
they got me on this show to tell
you,
me
because I know you.
I was about to say this nigga Eli about to say the same shit like me.
pull somebody to the side and be like, yo,
that's not it.
This is not it. This is not working. I know you would do that, but I'm saying in a general sense. How do you tell your mans? How do we all just tell people like, yo, because I struggle with it. Because
I tell them,
I tell them too.
I struggle with it because my thing is, I always tell people, if you want to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? And for me to tell you, like, nah, stop. Well, my motto is usually, if you want to do it, do it. That can't come from me. You know what I'm saying? So I just struggle with that concept. That's just me.
I think it should always come in forms of constructive criticism.
So lead with love?
Yeah, like if you gonna bash somebody, I feel like I've never had nobody tell me that like I'm bad at what I do, but I feel like the few times that anybody's had a critique of my work, it has always been in the form of constructive criticism. You did this really, really fucking good. I think you should do this differently. I think you can do this better. You feel me? And I feel like even if my mans was to send me something and I think this shit is dog dirt, right? I don't think I've ever had that problem where I think any of my mans send me something, just in case y'all niggas watch. I don't think I've ever had a situation where I've had to tell somebody, all right, you're bugging the fuck out. Like, don't stop. But I feel like I've always had that thought process where it's like, all right, I'm gonna let you know what you did good first. What you did good was this, and this. And then I'm going to let you know what you did bad first. And I'm going to let you know if you did it bad or if you did it really bad. But at least I got I'm trying to help you rather than trying to rag on you. Right. Because a lot of people take criticism as hate if you say it a little too, like, aggressively. Yeah. You feel me? So that's another point, right? Yeah. I'm done though.
I was gonna say, I feel like the difference between us, because I've never seen you do it, but I feel like you would have a more aggressive approach. Like if somebody had some whack shit.
It honestly, like he said, it depends. You use the word friend, so I will say I kind of do what you do. Whereas like I might lead with love first and say like, yeah, like yo, that shit was alright, but you know you should work on this. Like I don't think this really sounds
Never
right.
rap
like,
about that topic because that's not you.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
feel
you
me,
should say.
like but like depending on our relationship with the friend, like a person like Teddy or some other my mans, like they know me, like me, and they ask me my opinion, they know what to expect. Like I'll be like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not really feeling that. Like I would not gonna hate it. Like I'm not gonna say nah, this not it, or like that shit was trash. I'm gonna just be like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not really
not
feeling
my
it.
style.
Yeah, like I'm not really feeling it. Like I'll say that. But
Nah, I let niggas know this is not it.
yeah, like
I mean, hey,
I don't want to see like people I'm close with embarrass themselves. That's the
Exactly.
biggest thing.
no,
yeah.
absolutely.
There's no hate.
Sometimes
like,
I let it
ever.
go into that point, and I feel
nah,
bad.
nah,
Like,
you're foul.
I've
You're
let it-
foul. I'm not gonna lie.
I it's not even like embarrassment, but it's like you got to put yourself out there sometimes for like whatever you're trying to do. Sometimes you got to put it out there.
I'm not gonna say names,
Mhm.
but we all know
Mhm.
somebody in this room who knows somebody who is not good at music, and they haven't said anything to this person. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I just, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stop that.
Okay.
We gotta stop that.
All right. Moving on. We're gonna quickly touch on the lunchline chatter. The lunchline chatter is basically like our current events, news, whatever.
Cool.
Let's start here. How do you pronounce this?
Pfizer.
Pfizer. Pfizer Inc. claimed that the COVID-19 vaccine is 90% effective. Are we taking it? Or are we not?
No.
Wow.
No.
I ain't with the vaccine. I don't really like the
Come on.
vaccine, but I did find out today that New York City and New York State is trying to do this thing where
The
if
nurses.
you do anything,
Oh.
anything that's like once the vaccine comes out and it's proven to be any type of effective, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make it mandate that if you try to go to any event, especially like concerts, especially Ticketmaster
Yeah.
specifically, if you try to go to any events, you have to come with a negative COVID test dated the day before within a 24-hour period, or you have to have your vaccine papers. So what that means is anytime you want to go anywhere major, a big gathering, movie theaters even, you have to take a test right before.
That's
You
crazy.
feel me? That's like
yeah.
that would definitely, if you go somewhere every weekend, you're not trying to take a COVID test every fucking week.
Niggas gonna be like,
Like that's the dumb retarded.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say like I didn't hear. I heard something like that, but I also heard New York or just the country in general is trying to mandate that all the nurses and doctors, they're gonna make it like a must. Like they have to do the vaccine. Like there's no way out of it for them specifically, whether it's optional for them, which I thought was fucked up too. But it's crazy. I'm
That's
not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro, that shit is dead scary. Like I don't want to be forced to take anything. Like that's my main thing.
Exactly.
Niggas didn't even know about me. I didn't know anything about COVID. I know COVID's been around for a while. I knew nothing about it until the beginning of this year. If you'd have asked me to inject some shit in I don't take the flu shot, bro. I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust shit like that. So
And mind you, the flu been out for like 500 years.
Exactly.
Right? The flu shot came out maybe in the last 100 years, if I had to guess.
Exactly.
Right,
And they
so
prove it every year.
400 years of, all right, we can stop this at this point. COVID came out like December. Like it really got popular in December, and you telling me you already got the vaccine and I need to inject it inside of my body. That's a little too.
Exactly.
400 years from now, I got you, my nigga. Like, right now, like, I don't know, bro.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know what I would do if I had presented with a situation where I had to take it or not. I don't know. It'd be a split decision for me, honestly. Depends on what got to get done. But to move on, into the time, last thing we're going to talk about, Supreme sold to VF Corporation. That's the owner of like the North Face, Timberland, I think Vans too,
Vans, yeah.
Dickies, stuff like that, for $2.1 billion. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
shit.
It's gonna be a lot more collabs in this motherfucker. I'm telling
Whole
y'all,
lot
it's
more.
gonna be some them Supreme Vans collabs that we
Supreme
already
Dickies.
got, them Supreme North Face collabs that we already got, them Supreme Tim collabs that we already got. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, bro. Them niggas about to really take Supreme and put it everywhere, bro,
Exactly.
everywhere. And I feel like Supreme is very, very smart because in this resellers market that we got right now, they not making 100% of the profit that other people are making off of their fucking stuff. You feel me? So if you can make billions of dollars selling that shit at a point where a lot of people don't even want to rock it no more, like a lot of people are concerned about up and coming brands, I feel like it's very, very, I think this is a win-win situation for Supreme, and I think North Face, Vans, and Timberlands can win because they have something to bring customers again.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
That I didn't think about that.
I was just about to say, like, I didn't think about it like that. I wasn't really fucking with this. I'm not gonna lie to you, because maybe I'm just too much of a purist. Whereas, like, I like when small companies don't sell out. I guess in a
Exactly.
sense to like these big companies. So like to see Supreme do this, I feel like it's gonna just knock down the domino for a lot of dying brands to do that same thing, and basically in a way like I think of this as like a gentrification somewhere of streetwear.
exactly.
Especially Supreme is like the prominent brand in streetwear.
brand, yeah.
So for them to do this, it kind of fucks up the other brands, because like who knows, Stussy might do the same thing, fall in line. They end up selling to whatever, feel me? Like, and the same thing with, because LVMH is always looking for stuff. So who knows, they might take in streetwear eventually too. So it's like, it's kind of weird. Like you said, I didn't think about it that way, where it's more accessible. And from a business standpoint, if I am Supreme, it is a win in that regard. I feel like the laws comes for the consumers and like my end, like the purest end.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's gonna water down such a prominent and iconic brand in my.
I mean, it was already getting there.
Yeah, but
which
now,
is why, like you said, they made that move.
Yeah.
It's smart to do that, but
now I just feel like it's.
yeah, I mean,
It was getting there, but it's not
But this
because
definitely. Like, well, let me let.
Yeah, I was gonna
think
say
it pushed it.
It was getting there, but I think it's not because of this resale, resale market and things like that. I just feel like Supreme lately hasn't really been like, the collabs haven't hit. People care about other brands besides Supreme now. So like, I feel like Supreme was dying down, and I saw it as a good thing, because now it got to the point where it was like not as hype as before. So if you really like Supreme, you could get it, or like there was a higher chance of you getting it now. Now, like I said, like you said, it's gonna be everywhere. So again, it might be whitewashed. Like I might not want to wear Supreme anymore because everyone else is wearing Supreme.
I can get Supreme as zoomies now.
That's what I'm saying. Like that ass though, that ass.
Like, get Supreme as Zoomies is crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
And that's probably what's gonna happen. No lie.
Nah, I can't front. That's probably what's going on.
The resale at Zoomies is crazy. But with that being said, that was the last topic. I just want to thank my guy Lamar for joining us at the table. We enjoyed it for sure.
Thank y'all.
Everybody
This is my
go.
first podcast, y'all.
Yeah.
Good
We
looks.
appreciate it.
Fire
Thank you
shit,
for
bro.
pulling up.
Thanks for breaking the
everybody go stream BOPSTAR. It's on all streaming platforms, correct?
Yes, sir. Everyone, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, stuff.
All that shit, nigga. Hey, yo.
I'm nice.
I was about to ask him.
We're out of here.
I'm glad Fredo caught that one.
I'm talking about you, Daniel. If you didn't know.
Yo, good looks, bro.
They trying to say your music bad?
Oh. Nah, not his music.
Oh.
Somebody
Nah, that's
posted.
your friend.
We gotta take
Somebody posted. That shit's bad, bro.
Where's the water bottle?
Where do we take the picture?
Oh, right here, right here.